let's go. Um, oh God, what is that? Jesus, fine. Hey, welcome back to another episode 3. Today, we're gonna pursue what we did in the last episode, which we talked about BBC, Jeremy Clarkson, and Trump. We mentioned the Grand Tour. I love Grand Tour, as I said. In the Top Gear that we created, which they started it in 2002. They was the host until I think 2014, 15, something like that. Then they separated and became the Grand Tour, and they created a new kind of documentary car show. And since we know them from the Grand Tour, basically, if you don't know what Grand Tour was, it doesn't exist anymore. They finished it with one episode. It was a very sad day. Although that one episode, they traveled, as I said, to the first place that they went to in Top Gear. I think it was the grand finale, was at the place that they started. It was so iconic and great. A little bit shed a tear, maybe. No, not really. I'm not that type of person, but it was a very sad moment and very proud one as well, because you were sad it's ending and proud that you've been part of the journey, even behind this TV. You watched it, you enjoy it. It was fantastic. So Grand Tour was about cars, how they perform, and in the travel time, how they can be efficient as a family car or a car that you can use and reliable cars that you can take on trips. In the Top Gear, they brought in some episode the Formula One drivers. Michael Schumacher was there, Daniel Ricciardo, and lots of them. There was some celebrities there, actors, singers, performers, lots of people. And they would drive in the car in a track and do the time, and they would be compared to other drivers that drove the car. I watched the first episode of Grand Tour, and that was kind of mostly about giving details about series of cars. It could be lots of cars, Peugeot, the Alfa Romeo, new Ferraris, Mercedes, BMW, lots of cars. But in Grand Tour, they became made it a little bit more funnier and exciting, kind of sort of people gonna like it, and they every episode literally in all over across the world they traveled and tested cars, new cars, old cars, electric ones, hybrid ones. They tried to test it in sort of on a mountain, on the dirt, on roads, and it was good. You could say that's something like that you needed in life. But now it's done. It's sad. But Jeremy Clarkson was back again. He back with Clarkson Farm. It has the same vibe. It's car involved, but the car is tractors. He bought 2, 3 tractors so far. He loved the Lamborghini tractors, and he has the right reason for it. Lamborghini, even they start to build a car, or the engine was the tractors, obviously. They made a movie out of it recently. I didn't see it, but I know they have a good tractors. And that side, James May started a cooking show, and I think that's called Oh Cook Oh something. Oh My Cook something. I said 3, 4 episode of that. Like it the first season. It's 7 episode. They made a bunch of various of foods. It's the kind of typical food shows that you expect to be. But it's good on that kind of way with crew, with various foods. It was okay. I liked it. What happened about Richard Hammond is I have no idea what he's doing right now. I think he just chilled. Just fine. I'm out of it. I'm doing my own thing and relax. But we saw he has a mechanic shop. It will be noticed in Clarkson Farm. He doing there in UK, in England, and he had this fun.
There he is. Mate.
Hello.
Welcome. This is it.
Yeah,
That's a 35.
I know it is.
That's a really nice tractor.
This, of course, where you live, called modern, isn't it?
And it's so amazing about Richard Hammond. If I would be kind of honest, he was my favorite among those three, but it became Dremmy now. He's lovable, even though he's a little bit old at his age as my dad. But he's fine. I like him. Yeah, the Clarkson farm. If you didn't see, and I said before, and I'm saying it again, watch it. It's worth it. Trust me. Basically, you buy a land. You start creating foods and crops. You will continue to grow it because he said, okay, I'm retired from cars and comparing it and the Grand Tour. I want to start something different with Amazon. He makes some documentary about farming. He hired a guy named Caleb to help him. Caleb knows everything, even though he's young. Jeremy have no idea because he never did such a thing like this. With Caleb, he start growing the crops, start producing it, then harvest it, then sell it. That's basically it. Jeremy had no idea. Caleb teaches him even how to control and drive and work with the tractor. But he's ambitious, want to stop there. He want to have some animals, cows, sheep, chickens, dogs, pigs, whatever. Goose even, he grow it. Then in seasons 3, 4, I guess, he will, I want to spoil it, but, and other things like mushrooms even, other product, stores, whatever. I'm not gonna spoil it, but it's funny. And it's enjoyable. It's not something I say and now you spoil. No, it is impossible that I can spoil that to you right now. It's amazing. But his passion to cars never stopped him from being so behind of the scene. He mostly attend to some shows, the events, even races, especially Formula One in Silverstone. And of course, you know what Formula One is. And if you don't know, how dare you? How dare you? Formula One, I'm gonna let you know if you don't know, which is impossible, but it's alright. It's the race of the fastest cars and drivers on the planet. It happened every year, over 22 games, which they say race, and it's not season, but it's season in football. In Formula One, it's a year, but alright. And it's races and they happen on tracks. Some tracks are made for such an event like this, and some of them, like Vegas, Baku, Singapore, they are street circuits. They close the street, and especially Monaco, they close it. People can't go. It's a special for that event for that week. They have 3 training sessions, one qualifying time, and one race. Sometimes they have a sprint, which is different. It's new, sort of. But yeah, every race, the winner takes 25 points. And in the end of the year, there is 2 champions. One is constructors, which means the teams, and one is driver. The driver is more important than teams. Trust me. Everybody has passion about who's gonna win, not which team. The most win as a team is Ferrari, 16, if I'm not wrong. Otherwise, Ferrari's fan gonna kill me. The most winning as a driver is Lewis Hamilton and Michael Schumacher. Lewis won 6 times with Mercedes. Mercedes fan, if you don't know. Yeah, whatever. Joke on you. And Michael Schumacher. I think he won most of it by Ferrari, if he didn't all of it. The current winner is Max Verstappen. He won 4 years in a row. And before that, Lewis Hamilton did it 5 times. And now in a championship, Max has a chance, but Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri are ahead of him. It's going to be interesting. 3 more races has left, and it's within McLaren. McLaren's driver. McLaren's already won the constructors. They did well this year and last year. It was amazing. And where's Mercedes? We'll see you next year. Ah, Max has a chance, but it's sort of miracle. But Max were famous to do those. Let's see what happened. That was about Formula One. If you didn't know, because you should have. If you did know, I wouldn't explain here what's going on, and we would continue with Jeremy Clarkson. Yes, I didn't forget him. Jeremy. Yes, he attend. I think every single Silverstone races for the last couple of years. Well, I was following after the Grand Tour. He's coming. He has his own even the weather, leave weather in his phone and all of it, the temperature of the uh, area, atmosphere, the rain, the clouds, everything. Because he has farm, you need to know that. He usually attend and says, "My weather, it's better than what's the weather on your phones." And he's right. One race, he guessed that in 5 or 10 minutes it's gonna rain, and it did really happen. And the video went viral. He said the experienced driver at this situation gonna work and perform better, which they did.
You're a local man, you know the area, and you know the weather very well. Expert
Yeah.
opinion, what do you think is going to happen in today's race?
I have just installed at Deadly Squat my own weather station. So we've got a personalised weather thing. It's Danish. Caleb Cooper's farm is a mere 15.3 degrees. Mine is a balmy 17.4. So what we do is we hit that, we go into map. Right, so that's Chipping Norton, the blue dot. We're going to have a wet race, so my money is on either Lewis Hamilton or Fernando Alonso, because they're the old boys. Old boys do well in the wet.
The guy is a legend when it comes to cars. Seeing him around of car events, races, or anything related to cars, it's gonna make especially myself happy. The reason is I'm saying much about Jeremy Clarkson is I don't know much about the others. As I said, I didn't know, but Richard Hammond's doing until I see the season 4 of Clarkson Farm, and I realized he has his mechanic shop, and there was some stuff happened, and we met Richard on that episode. And James May had mentioned he had his own show. I will put some videos or pictures from the show if I find out in the editing, which probably you're seeing right now. And about the Grand Tour, which was documentary. I'm not the type of person who like that much documentary. I like movies, series, animation mostly. Sometimes stand-up comedies. It depends of the situation and the day and the mood I have, which is fine. Seeing that, which especially is right now, documentary, sort of helped me to get aware of what I like. My sort of defensive figure of documentaries. So I start something called Cosmos. The Space Odyssey is about the Earth, the science, the body, the molecules, and whatever is around us, how we created the Big Bang and everything. I started to watch this show 2 years ago, I think. It's just 13 episodes, and I just finished it yesterday. I forced myself to sit and finish what I started. This is the piece of paper. I don't know if you guys can see or not. I wrote down every single series that I started it, but I didn't finish. There was Loki, Cosmos, Lord of the Rings season 2, The Witcher season 3, season 4 just came out, and lots of others. These are the shows that I didn't finish. I started most of them, all of them, but some episodes left. So serious. Now I'm watching the Lord of the Rings season 2. I watched the season one. I should say the movies was much better than the series. The trilogy was way better. If you see the movies, you will realize that I'm right. It was something different. Lots of people will count it as the best trilogy ever, but some argue and someone say it's Godfather, some others say it's something else. It's fine. I'm not gonna like comment on this one in this episode. It's about future. We'll talk about movies, a special episode about trilogies, whatever. And I was talking about documentary. You said the Grand Tour, the members, the Formula One, the Cosmos. If you want to wrap it up, I hope in future we see something like Top Gear. We prefer with the guys that we like. Those three, I don't think that happened, and I think the reason that ended that way was James made accidents. Spoiler alert! It's it's not soon. It's late. I should say earlier. And it was crash, not that much, but I think they decided to end it, and nothing happened to him. He's fine, obviously. And yeah, I think the reason that they finished it that way, you realize what's going on, why. It was this. It was amazing. The Grand Tour, Top Gear. And one thing about Top Gear that they continue to create it with other performers. And one of the most famous performers of that show was Joey of Serious Friend. Matt LeBlanc was one of the performers in the Top Gears. I think he was 2, 3, maybe 4. I didn't see it in this show, but he was there. That was funny. It's not type of things that you wanna see Matt in those projects. He was in Friends, and after that, Serious. From him, Joey, his character. I saw that one 2 episode. Didn't see much. It's like the others that I say I need to see, maybe or maybe not. And yeah, I think we have mentioned something about football today as well. That's a wrap up. I'm gonna finish it. I don't know how many minutes we talked about. I think it's over 15 minutes. And thank you for watching, as always. It's been amazing time that we spend it. If you like this, send it to people who are related to cars. Subscribe, like, whatever. It's your channel. You know me. I'm not that type of person to be good at this. Just sitting here and talk. That's all. Thank you for that. Thank you very much. See you on the next one. Voila.